Hello everyone. In this session we're going to talk about how to import and export agents in Business Central when designing them. Why do we export agents? It is quite useful sometimes to back up your agents when you are working on them and you want to make sure that you have something to refer to and if you want to restore your agents. The other thing is that you might want to share them across environments and easily import them. And finally, if you want to productize them via AL code through the API, then you can use this with the help of Copilot or as a reference to fill in the instructions and a few other things. To export an agent, you can do this either via the agent card through the export agent definition action, or you can even export multiple agents via the agent list. Let's look at it in the product to see how it looks like. So we are here at the agent list, and we have a few different agents. And I have created this inventory agent, which is supposed to handle inventory. And I would like to export it so that I can share it with my colleague who is working on a different sandbox and prototyping. What I can do is that I can go to Design, and I can click Export Agent Definition. And then I will be able to get an XML file, which contains all of the information that is related to this agent. It will contain its name, its display name, the different permissions it's using, and also the instructions that it is using. After we have an XML file of an agent or multiple agents, we can now import it. The importing experience is designed to offer both security and convenience for viewing what changes will happen to existing agents. So in this process, you can preview the definitions before you import them. You can review different warnings that give you a hint if something is wrong with the definitions that you are importing. You can select only the agents you want. And finally, you can activate your agents when they are ready to be tested. Let's look at how we import an agent inside Business Central. We are again in the agents list, and now I have prepared a set of agents that I would like to import to try them out and prototype on my environment. Again, I can go to the Design submenu, and then I can click Import Agent Definition, and a wizard pops up that gives me instructions on how to do it. Here you'll get a description of exactly what will happen during import, and also things that you should look out for when importing agents. If I click Select XML File, I can now go into my file system and find this agents definition file, which I can now import. When I click Import, I get a preview of the agents that I'm going to import. Here I can see that there are 3 agents we are trying to import. 2 of them are new, and 1 of them is trying to replace our existing sales validation agent, maybe with some changes. Before I import them, I can check a few different things. First of all, I can see what instructions my agent is going to have after I import it by just clicking on the instructions. This way, I can be sure that I am getting the correct version of instructions for my agent and that it will work the way I expect it to. The other thing I'm getting is a validation status column, which gives me warnings and errors for things that might be wrong with my definition. For example, if I look at the sales validation agent and I open up the warnings, I can see that I get a few different things, but one of them is a warning, which says that the profile that it is been imported with was not found in the system. So if I import this agent, it will not have a profile, so it will not be able to navigate the UI. So I will need to fix it after I import it. Another thing I can do is that I can select if I want to replace existing agents or to add a new one, in which case a new instance will be created instead of replacing the existing one. After I have looked at all of this and I am sure that this is what I want to import, I can click Import. And then after I import my agents, I get a view of what was imported, and I get the opportunity to activate some of them if I want them to work directly. I can do this by clicking on the initials, where I will be taken to the agent card, where I have the buttons to activate it, and I can also review the permissions and the user accesses and a lot of other settings that are important to an agent. Finally, I can click Done, and now in my list I have my new agents. You can read more about how to import and export agents and how agents work in general in our documentation in the links below the video. This was Importing and Exporting Agents in Business Central. Thank you very much for your time.